Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to Ignite. My name is Julie Sanford, and I have the privilege and honor of leading our Microsoft AI Cloud Partner team, our go-to-market team, our operations team. And thank you again so much for your time today. We've got a great 45 minutes for you. I'm going to touch on a few of the key highlights that were announced this morning during Nicole's keynote. And that'll all be in the context of how we're investing through the Microsoft AI Cloud Partner Program to empower all of you, to empower your customers on their transformation to becoming Frontier. And then Steve Thomas, who leads our Microsoft AI Cloud Partner Program, is going to come up and run you through a ton of new investment that we're announcing today. That will be in the construct of how we go to market through the MAI CPP program. It'll be a combination of benefits, skilling, as well as new designations. And then the creme de la creme, we're going to have two of our great partners come and join me on stage, and we're going to do a quick fireside chat so that they can share what they're learning from their customers and how they're delivering value to their customers through the Microsoft AI stack. So I'll start with my favorite topic, the Microsoft AI Cloud Partner Program. We have 500,000 partners in our ecosystem. And so this is the primary way that we engage and invest with that entire ecosystem. We make investments across the whole of the life cycle of the partner journey, everything from the benefits that we offer, which is all about making sure that we get the latest innovations and technology into your hands so you can be building services and solutions as customer zero. Skilling is a tremendous investment that we make every year, and this is a record-breaking year. We've transformed skilling a lot this year, and in addition to all of the technical certifications that we'll continue to invest in and align that to how Microsoft goes to market through the solution areas and solution plays, we've also added a ton of sales training and delivery training, and we've even rolled out SMB-specific segment training. So our goal with this is to make sure that we continue going to market in harmony. So one of the most exciting announcements we made today was all to support what you heard from Judson today talking about Frontier transformation. So we had a little bit of fun in the keynote where we have a fictitious company called 𝗦𝗲𝘀𝗀𝗶cie who develops clothing, and they embed AI into that clothing. And so the way we brought to life all of the new innovation across the Microsoft stack is through each line of business. So every role and how 𝗦𝗲𝗀 infused AI across its entire operations. And that's really what's at the heart of AI or Frontier transformation. We talked digital transformation, we've talked about becoming Frontier, but this Frontier transformation is all about operationalizing AI embedded into every single thing you do. And it's actually requiring our customers, our joint customers, to really reimagine their full business. And so we thought it was important. We've gotten so many questions from our customers. Help me find the right partner to work with. How do I know the partner has the right skilling within their organization? They've got enough experience to be able to help me realize my vision through AI. And so we were so pleased to announce today, which is generally available today, the Frontier Partner Badge. And this requirement to earn this badge, we've made sure that you have to earn a designation across all of our solution areas, because in order to deliver AI, you have to be an expert across the full stack. You've got to understand business processes, business productivity, and of course, making sure we're securing that end to end. And then we wanted to make sure that customers knew that our partners have done the hard work on understanding the technical capabilities around 3 specific specializations: Copilot, which is our latest specialization that we just brought to market, Build AI Apps, Platform for Accelerate Developer, and Data Security. So we felt those 3 specializations were a great way to signal to our customers that you've all done the hard technical capability work. And so we're excited. We have about a dozen partners that have already reached these qualifications, and another 92 that have one more step to go. So I'm excited for you to learn more. We will be talking about this at the Partner Hub in the Expo session, so please drop by and learn more. We're very excited to bring this to market, and I think it's going to drive a lot of clarity for our customers as well as our field sellers. As a reminder, the designations are the way that we prioritize who our sellers engage with and co-sell with. And with an ecosystem of 500,000 partners, the 17,000 that actually do the hard work to earn these designations are the ones that are prioritized for co-sell. And that's co-selling with our sales organization, as well as primary cataloging on our marketplace. I then want to switch gears to our software company benefits for becoming Frontier. I just went through the new Frontier badge, which is primarily for our solutions partners. But we have made a tremendous amount of investment for supporting build and publish. So that is through the construct that you may know as ISV Success, where you get access to AI architects to help support you in developing your IP and making sure that it gets premier location on our marketplace. The marketplace was announced in September, and that's where we announced the brand new category of AI and agentic applications, and we had over 3,000 new AI apps on the marketplace the day that we GA'd that. And then, and so we're very excited that those are available today. What's coming soon is our certification for software development. Today we have that available through industry. We're going to bring that forward for all of our solution areas as well. And then finally, you heard Nicole talk about the App Accelerate offer. We're really excited about this. We've gotten a tremendous amount of feedback that sometimes we can make it complicated on how you can engage with Microsoft. And we had multiple front doors for those of you that develop IP and want to build and end up on Marketplace. So we're bringing together all of the different offerings, startups, ISV Success, into one curated journey so that you can engage with us, you can leverage all of the new investments and benefits we have, and ultimately publish on Marketplace. So we're really excited for that to come to market. The last thing I want to hit on before I pass it over to Steve is Copilot. And for those of you that were working with us, I think maybe April timeframe, it was primarily our channel partners that we engaged with first, and we came to them and asked them to do something they've never done for us before, which was help us drive Copilot Chat, which is a free SKU. And that was a really good challenge for us because it really forced us to go, do we have the right partner value proposition in what we're bringing to market? And so working side by side with some of our biggest global partners, it was a great way to say, okay, how do we get this to market? What's the first line of business we have to do? It was to get them to become customer zero. If you're not leveraging AI in your own way and identifying your own use cases, it's really hard to get on the phone or engage with the customer in an authentic way and where you can feel confident about talking about how you can leverage AI in your everyday work. And so as we moved through the end of our fiscal year quarter, April through June, we worked with all of our top global partners. Our first learning was it's really important to have AI champions within your organization. Understanding the right use cases, driving the skilling, driving the awareness, and then being able to convert all of that into the go-to-markets that they then go and sell to their customers. What we've learned over the last 6 to 9 months is converting from free to paid is now about a 90-day window. And so we're really excited about seeing that acceleration. It's so important for all of us that we go and secure the next cloud socket, which we believe is Copilot. And then I'm so excited about the announcements that we landed today, specifically around the SMB market, where we talked about secure AI offerings. So being able to come to market with a price point for a paid Copilot offer, as well as some pretty exciting offers that allow you to also do the secure AI by adding the preview SKU at a really great price point for SMB. So I want to just thank you so much. I hope you see your feedback reflected in some of these key announcements and investments we're making. We take it seriously. We are open for business over the next 3 days at the Hub. Please drop by and see us. We've got all of the experts that will be there to answer questions. And with that, I am going to ask Steve Thomas to come up and go through all of our latest investments.
All right. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. Thank you very much, Julie, for the intro here. So I'm Steve Thomas. I lead the Microsoft AI Cloud Partner Program Offers and Benefits team. And I'm super excited to walk you through some of our new product roadmap items. So before we get into the depth of everything that we are announcing, I thought it would be really exciting to start with the basics, right? So every organization, we have a pathway for them to become a member in the partner program. So that's what you see on the left-hand side of the screen here. So by virtue of just validating your business with us, you become a member and you get access to marketing, skilling, and some of our funding resources. Then we have 3 partner success kits. They are called Core, Launch, Expanded, that you can buy to get product, marketing, and support benefits. So these are like the things that you basically get at an enrollment and buying your way into some offers, right? These offers are essential for you to build IP as well as practices. And once you build that, right, what you do next is you start differentiating your offerings in the marketplace with us. This is where we go to the next stage, which is designations and specializations. This is where we look at partners to prove or demonstrate their capabilities based on performance, customer success, skilling. This is where you unlock designations and specializations with us, and this is where I'm going to talk about a lot of new enhancements that we are bringing to the program. Right? So it is all-encompassing. It is comprehensive. This partner program supports all types of partner business models, agnostic of industry. So think about this as your way to achieve more with Microsoft. So now, with that context, let's jump right in to all of the new developments that we're making. So I'll start off with, at the most bottom layer, the set of benefits that we're adding to the 3 success kits, which is the Core, Launch, and Expanded. We're starting with Copilot Studio credits. That will help you transform and automate workflows, build practices around that. Thank you. Then we are adding Microsoft 365 Copilot seats. That helps with productivity with your workforce around Teams, usage of Teams, Word, Excel, and more. And finally, we're introducing Microsoft Dragon Copilot for the very first time across all of these 3 benefit packages. This is essential to help for partners who are driving clinical transformation in the healthcare industry. I'm going to be touching about this a little bit more in the specialization section as I proceed. I said last one, but it was not the last. There are few more product benefits that we're adding focused on security, and these are Intune and Entra Suites, Defender for Business Premium, as well as more security Copilot credits. So think about all of this as we are adding more and more enhancements to help you build your practice and IP around AI, productivity, and security. Skilling. I don't think any partner program session is complete without talking about skilling. You saw the amount of announcements that Nicole made this morning around skilling. I want to touch on it a little bit briefly, right? So I'll start off with, first of all, skilling is the cornerstone or the most essential currency for partner success. Now to prove that, since last Ignite, we've trained over 2 million individuals. Out of that, 1.7 million individuals were trained on AI and Copilot. And we had more than 300,000 certifications in the same time period. That is pretty massive. Now, if you look at all of the key announcements across the full book of work that we do on skilling, I'm going to highlight like 4 key areas. Starting with the Skilling Hub. This is a list of virtual, on-demand, and in-person courses that will help you achieve advanced certification, project-ready, and sales-ready accelerators. This really helps you train your people across the full spectrum of delivering value on the Microsoft Cloud. Next is the Agentic AI, the Copilot Skills Accelerator tied to hackathons. This is an area where no matter where you are, what you're trying to accomplish from a development standpoint, be it like low code, no code, pro code, whatever your choice is, this provides access to training materials across the board so that you're prepared. And finally, I'll end with CSP Skilling Syndication. This is all about scaling training and skilling for your customers and your resellers. It's a syndication model. And it's really making sure that everybody is ready in this new era of AI. We really hope you make use of all of this to drive AI adoption and frontier transformation with your customers. Next, this is one of the most exciting announcements I wanted to make. I think I missed this on the first slide. All of the partner program benefits, the 3 product benefits that I highlighted earlier around Copilot and Dragon Copilot and all of that is coming live February 2026. Along with that, we have a new marketing benefit. It's the newest version of the Partner Marketing Center that we are announcing. This new Partner Marketing Center is powered by structured AI. It's hosted on Azure. It leverages OpenAI on Azure to streamline the entire workflow, the way you go to market with Microsoft. Right? So now what does all of that mean in very simple, tangible terms? There are 3 things that I'd like to highlight. It will provide 24 campaign in a box with 12 localized languages. It'll have support for 130 languages through AI. And it'll also provide real-time performance insights. All of this packaged together in this new update that we are announcing here. This will be made available to any partner who's achieved a designation or participating in ISV Success, soon to be rebranded App Accelerate, as well as if they have purchased any one of those paid offers that I talked about: Core, Launch, Expanded, right? So the link at the bottom will give you more details if you're interested. All right. Now, if all of that was not exciting, because I've just talked about the benefit stack so far, I'm going to move into differentiation and all of the updates on the designation side, right? I call it the family of designations. We keep on evolving this every 6 months, every year. Now where we are, right? If you look at it, early this year, we announced the SMB pathways for Azure and security. I really want to thank everybody who's taken the time to enroll and first provide us feedback, as well as continue the activation of those designations. As of today, more than half of all of the designated members in Azure designation come from the SMB pathway. We are extremely proud of this achievement, and thank you very much for all of the feedback that you've provided. Along with that, we are announcing 3 new things today. One is support designation, which is becoming generally available today. Second is Frontier Distributor, also generally available today. And device designation, we continue to make some progress on that, and I'll make a brief announcement there. So let's jump right into support services. So before I get into the designation itself, I want to just give you some context as to why we are doing it, right? So at Ignite, Microsoft is announcing the Unified for Partner. It's a new offer that's going to be announced, that's going to become generally available sometime in 2026. The focus of that is a massive transformational shift of replacing advanced and premier support for partners, right? Now, why are we doing that? We're doing that. There are some fundamental reasons. One is we want to make sure that we have a very strong and a good pathway for solving high severity cases. Second is we want to make sure that we are giving you the richer telemetry that you've been asking for, the support incident data that you've been asking for, and you're deeply integrated with us. Third is around the deep integration with our support teams itself. So that's number 3, right? And fourth, and the most important one from my perspective, is the ability to give you credits when you deflect a large volume of support incidents. Now, why is that important? How is that connected here? Now, what we are trying to announce through all the work that we've done is partners who specialize in deflecting Microsoft support cases will get the highest level of discount on the Unified for Partner, right? So now, how do we prove that? We prove that based on this designation. For partners who achieve this designation, they prove that they're able to deflect a high volume of support cases, right? So now that is what we are looking for in the longer term. So when you look at the EA to CSP conversion motion that's happening right now, and the introduction of Unified for Partner, if you look at all of these things together, and you look at what we are trying to do with designations, we are really looking for those really top-performing partners who are deflecting the right support cases and increasing the value that they deliver to our customers, thereby driving frontier transformation, right? So thank you very much for giving all the feedback as we were co-designing this. The link on this slide will give you additional details, also a form where you can provide more feedback. Next announcement. Super excited for this. This has been in the works for quite a while. We've been working very closely with a lot of our top distributors to design and launch the Frontier Distributor designation as of this Ignite. The idea behind this designation was to enable and help our indirect resellers identify the topmost distributors, right, out there in the world, across the world, right? Now, how do you define that? Like a couple of attributes that we look for in saying who is a top distributor or who is a frontier distributor. These distributors are the ones who are driving impact across the Microsoft cloud, across all of our commercial solution areas that you've heard of before. Number one, they're exceptional at providing reseller enablement. They provide like really good and high quality support services, similar to what I just talked about, high deflection rates that I talked about earlier, right? They're deeply integrated into our platforms and marketplaces. All of that comprehensively is what we assess before we grant the frontier distributor designation to a partner, right? We really hope that you're able to make use of these designations, like the indirect resellers are able to make use of these designation flags, and they work with the right distributors in their specific geographies. All right, within the designation family, I'll have one more announcement. This is not coming live in Ignite, but we are deep in work. Microsoft will launch 2 new designations supporting partners who are in the business of device building, right? Now, the reason why we do that is we want to expand our partner ecosystem, number one. We want to make sure that we are driving AI to edge innovation. We are thereby increasing the amount of opportunities that we provide to partners, as well as driving meaningful customer outcomes. That's the high level four things that we look for. The partners who achieve these designations, they will be able to differentiate themselves based on building, selling, and deploying Copilot plus PCs. Now, what we expect these device designated partners to achieve is they're able to drive deployments of secure Copilot plus PCs. They're able to lead the modernization efforts, drive AI and cloud growth, and most importantly, build trust with our customers. So looking at all of this, please be mindful of a bunch of new exciting announcements that we're going to make in 2026 connected to this designation as we are deep in work right now. Last set of announcements on specializations, right? This is the final 3. And I'm super excited about Copilot Specialization, starting with Copilot Specialization that we announced early in July, and then talk about something very special that my team has worked closely across stakeholders, both inside Microsoft and outside, around digital sovereignty, and finally ending with something new that we are bringing to table from a healthcare standpoint, which is around clinical apps. So we announced Copilot Specialization in July. This particular specialization, from all of the numbers that we are looking at, the adoption of this has been phenomenal. With the momentum on this, it's pretty high, and we love the amount of engagement that we receive from partners day in and day out, right? And the effort that they're putting in to enroll. The idea here is partners who get the specialization, they demonstrate expertise in their ability to sell and activate Microsoft Copilot, Copilot 360, Copilot Studio, Copilot Chat, and agents, right? It's a combination of things. And you also heard Julie talk about the Frontier Badge. This particular specialization is one of the cornerstone or the foundational specializations that's needed to achieve that Frontier Badge. So we really look forward to driving even more activation. If there are questions on it, there's a link at the bottom. We'll give you the resources, or you can come talk to us anytime. All right, digital sovereignty, right? So as you've heard over and over and again, customers worldwide are driving AI adoption. Along with that, we clearly notice that there is a need to make sure that compliance is at the center of that transformation, of that digital transformation, right? The partners who achieve this specialization enable our customers to identify their ability to assess, architect, and implement the sovereign cloud strategy across Azure, M365, and security. Right? That's a key thing to remember that we're trying to deliver out of the specialization, specialized partners. Now, these partners also meet very, very stringent, right, requirements for data and AI sovereignty requirements, right? So keep that in mind. So we're basically saying they enable innovation without compromising any sort of any control, right? That's really what the idea here is. And finally, with these partners, what we achieve with our customers, we tell our customers that, hey, if you work with these partners will make sure that as they work closely with us, the data and the AI is continuously protected and well governed, right? The benefits for this particular specialization remain the same. It's just that along with all of the other the specialization framework benefits that you achieve, you also get access to a specialized sovereign community. Right, so if you're interested in this particular specialization, please do reach out on the link, review it. If there are questions, talk to us at the booth. Last announcement on clinical apps, the one that I'm the most excited about. It's the first time we are introducing something in the healthcare industry, right? This particular specialization is for partners who are driving clinical transformation and supercharging the workflows that are made available to clinicians. The ultimate goal is very simple. These are those partners who save time and effort by deploying the right solutions through Dragon Copilot for the clinicians, in the healthcare industry. It's about improving the workflows in that specific industry, right? This is not generally available. This is private preview right now. We've got the criteria. We've got the benefits at a higher level ironed out. We really need your feedback as we co-design this together. There is going to be a theater session on this. There's also going to be a theater session on support designation that I touched on earlier, and a couple of other things. But these two things I want to highlight because these are the areas where we are actively still seeking feedback, and we continue to value all your feedback as we build this forward, right? So with that, I really thank you for your time. I know you could have been in many other breakout sessions. Thank you very much for joining our session. I'm going to now hand it over back to Julie and two of our partners who will share their journey working with the partner program as well as their frontier transformation. Thank you very much.
Nice job. It's pretty amazing when you've got people that passionate about their job, isn't it? Okay. So I am going to invite two amazing partners to join me on stage so we can just do a quick fireside chat. Sam King, the CEO of 𝗦𝗽𝗲𝗀𝗻𝗂, and Regina Manfredi, who is our president of North America for SoftwareOne. So if you'd please come up and join me. All right, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, so Sam, I'm going to start with you. So you just heard how excited and passionate we are about the investments we make into the partner program. So can you just share a little bit about what drew you to the partner program, what value you're getting out of it?
Yeah, absolutely. And let me first just quickly describe what we do because that will help you understand how there is such close alignment with the direction that Microsoft is taking, especially on all things frontier. So 𝗦𝗽𝗀𝗀𝗧 is a next generation NAS and unstructured data management platform. So we help our combined customers store, protect, collaborate on their unstructured data, and increasingly get that ready for use by AI solutions. And that is where we've done a lot of collaboration with Microsoft. So from the get-go, what we recognized was that we have shared values around driving innovation and driving customer success. And our partnership goes back 15 years. From the early days of us integrating with Azure when you were helping customers go on their cloud-first journey, to more recently, you helping customers go on their AI journey, that has just provided a really, really great point for us to collaborate on. And of course, when you are partnered with Microsoft, it helps you go into a customer organization and increase the gravitas that you have because we're collaborating with you, we're integrating with your technologies, and that's helped us open a lot of doors, but also expand our footprint with those customers.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to switch gears a little bit and ask you, what has been the single biggest customer outcome that you've been able to drive with your customers with Microsoft, with your partnership with Microsoft?
I think at SoftwareOne, one of the things that's exciting is we have both a direct business and we have our channel business. And we've been able to really enjoy the opportunity as a frontier customer zero first mentality to bring our customers confidence. So working together with our channel partners, we co-build solutions together. But everything that we've built, we have definitely drank our own Kool-Aid. And we've taken this approach to make sure that our customers are getting that knowledge worker AI IQ that's necessary for them to be successful. We've made significant investments in those areas. So while it's not just about delivering secure AI solutions and agentic AI for our customers, it's also about helping them in the journey to drive the adoption and gain the ROI. Because I think a lot of customers feel intimidated about how they're going to proceed and are they going to get the ROI. So we take care of that right up front, and our team is a real integral part of making sure that the customer gets into the adoption phase as quickly as possible, and those agents are delivering what they expect.
So I was going to say, we partnered so closely back in Q4, and just the number of agents that your own organization was first developing for themselves, and then in turn being able to talk to your customers about the value of leveraging those agents as well.
Yeah, and then letting our partners do the same and leverage the same agents.
Yes, awesome. Okay, so I'm going to ask you both the same next question, so you can decide who would like to answer it first. Which partner program benefit do you leverage the most? And what success has that, delivered for your business?
You want to start?
I think for us, there's not just one. Azure Accelerate has certainly allowed us to propel forward some of the solutions and outcomes that our customers have expected. And so I would say that goes a long way towards that investment so that we can allow for investment around those opportunities for adoption and change management. And so with that, I'd also say the skilling has been really, really important, because for all of our employees and our teammates and for our partners, I strongly encourage you to maximize the skilling opportunities that Microsoft makes available to you, and work together in partnership with your partners and within your distributors to make sure that you are getting everything you need, because if you don't get to that adoption phase, it will certainly bite you long term.
What I'll add to that is, before I get into the programs, I just want to take a moment and compliment the people behind the program that we've had the opportunity to work with at Microsoft. We feel incredibly well supported both on the technology side and the go-to-market side through the Microsoft partner team. So that's been an excellent starting place for us to then be able to leverage lots of different programs. And probably the one that comes to mind to me is you referenced it actually in your opening slides, which is the ISV Success program, both for pre-sales and post-sales. So we've been able to work with Microsoft and show customers what a combined architecture would look like across 𝗦𝗽𝗀 and Azure. And that shows them the art of the possible. And then that helps us win that account. And then, of course, post-sales, we're also continue to able to leverage the collaboration we have with Microsoft in implementing those solutions and unlocking that value for the customers. So those are some of the programs that have been incredibly effective in, of course, gaining those customer relationships, winning their trust, and then driving millions of dollars in expansion to our business, which ultimately also means that there are more workloads running on Azure.
I love that. I love that. And I like that you've both touched on skilling separately in both of your answers. And I just wanted to share some and see if this resonates with you. We started looking at skilling almost as the new currency for ROI and growth within our, so we did a few pilot investments. One was around, you have sellers as well, and we can look at where their pipeline is and how well it's progressing across what we call MSM. That's our sales journey. Everybody has their own sales construct that they work with, and we were able to see when sellers were stalling, deals were stalled, whether it's at the transact stage or to the full delivery and to drive consumption. And we have the ability for sellers to flag what's stalling, what's the reason for the deal to be stalled. And we started making precision investments with the partner that they were co-selling with if there was a skilling gap. And that was such a powerful way for us to kind of take something that we thought was more support, a foundational element at the beginning of a partner life cycle, but then being able to leverage those investments to actually accelerate deals and then in turn drive revenue. I think we unblocked almost $1 billion of stalled revenue in stage 3 and 4. And so,
That's
yeah, I love that you both hit on skilling, because it's
especially when people are going on this frontier journey, fear of unknown, right, is one of the things that holds them back. And so equipping people with the right knowledge absolutely unlocks that.
Yeah, and you've all shared with us, especially on the channel side too, is when you're earning those skilling certifications, whether it's the technical or the sales, we are starting to see those cohorts of partners delivering 3 to 4 times the amount of revenue that partners that aren't leveraging it. So I love your push to the audience to leverage those investments.
It really benefited us tremendously, because when we had to make the decision around the investment for Copilot, for example, specifically, we rolled out initially 2,400 seats to make sure that we were going to capture the ROI. And because of the skilling capabilities and because of the investment that we made in the people who were intellectually curious to build out what they call a compass rose methodology around LLMs to teach all of our line level teammates, we were then able to actually achieve 98.6% adoption and utilization across our Copilot. And then that was an easy decision to proceed with the next tranche of employees. And the more people that we can have talking about it and utilizing it and teaching each other internally, the art of the possible, the more excited our sellers become about having those conversations with our customers and our partners and helping our partners along the way.
I love that. I love that. So those are really applying the Frontier principles internally as a
Absolutely.
Customer Zero.
Yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. So I'm gonna switch gears to you. So Microsoft continues to value becoming Frontier. You've heard us now talk about Frontier transformation. So can you tell just about how you've embraced and what your vision is for your products and your customer engagements? Like, what's next for you?
Yeah, great question. And so I'll go back to my description of what we do to begin with, because that's closely tied to how we're helping our customers, our combined customers, go on that Frontier journey. So if you think about anybody that is looking to implement their AI strategy, one of the first things that brings the spotlight to is their data. And a lot of times people do not know where all their data exists. It's in silos all across the organization. It's fragmented. And what we've seen is if people embark on their AI journey without a solid data strategy underpinning it, they don't get a lot of success. And 80% of the data inside an organization is unstructured data. So what we're helping organizations do is essentially make those like no regrets moves on this AI journey while things are changing really dynamically. You do not go wrong by focusing on your unstructured data strategy, bringing it together in one place, helping to store it, protect it, manage it. And then we've been able to take that unified data set and plug it through Graph Connector, as an example, into Microsoft Copilot. We have a combined customer that is one of the largest real estate investment firms, and they took this approach, working with both Microsoft and 𝗦𝗽𝗀𝘀, and use the 𝗦𝗽𝗀𝘀 platform to then connect up to Copilot through the Graph Connector. And they were able to get their user community to get a lot of intelligence from hundreds of millions of files that otherwise were scattered across their organization. So by doing these kinds of integrations and these kinds of collaborations, we're helping them unlock the value that sits in that data and turn that data into wisdom.
That's awesome.
I love that. And it reminds me as well of a situation where we came together in partnership together with Microsoft and one of our partners to actually build out the solutions based on our strengths. And I think one of the things that's often missed in the partner ecosystem is we don't always invest in making sure that we're partnering with the right people and leveraging each other's strengths, because it takes a 𝗦𝗀𝘀𝗀 together with a SoftwareOne and a Microsoft to build these solutions
Absolutely.
for our customers.
Yeah.
And building that network, I think, is part of what every Frontier organization needs to be thinking about, because it's going to take all of us in the room to come up with those right solutions and leverage one another's strengths in those areas. And so we did something very similar with a partner in a law firm where the caseload was so significant and the attorneys weren't able to actually search the case data and information and insights from one another. And we were able to solve that by partnering together from a Fabric, an Azure perspective, as well as from a modern work perspective to bring those solutions forward. But we didn't do it by ourselves. It was together with Microsoft and other partners.
I love that you highlighted that, and it's actually a really great plug for me to be able to make sure that everybody stops by our partner mixer at the hub later, because it's for you and it's for partners to engage and network with each other. So I'm glad that you brought that forward. So just before I let you both go, I just thought you could each just share, what are you most excited about? Whether it's for your own internal customer zero efforts or your partner or your customer, like from your perspective, what are you most excited about over the next 6-9 months?
What I'm enjoying the most, there are a lot of things that are exciting me, but what I'm enjoying most is seeing the innovation that's occurring internally within our own organization. And seeing what people are creating and generating within SoftwareOne it's thrilling. It's fun to have all generations coming together to solve problems within our organization, from finance to operations to sales, et cetera, and building things that they never thought they could. And these aren't people who are highly technical individuals across the board. And so that's been fun to watch, witness, and experience, and that's been a wonderful joy for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what I would say is, one of the things with AI and being frontier is that it has suddenly brought the focus to the domain in which a particular company is operating. I know Microsoft has verticalized its sales team, right? Our ICP aligns with very important industries that are strongholds for Microsoft. So even though our team is geographically dispersed and geographically aligned, we're able to bring specialized skill sets for those industries. So what we've seen, the thing that I get really excited about is that as I've been on the road and I've spoken to customers in manufacturing and energy and some of our combined customers like Mattel and Dow and so forth, is they're looking for technology providers, a combination of people like us, to take these horizontal technologies, but help them unlock the value of this in their domain, in their specific way. And so what I hear you doing and what I hear you talking about, including the clinical apps piece that Steve rolled out earlier, right, is taking this horizontal knowledge base, taking this horizontal technology and applying it in a very specific way that speaks to a customer's business problems. And so to play a part in that is really exciting as we look at our roadmap for the next 6 to 9 months.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, our employees are guiding us now.
Exactly, exactly.
Well, thank you both for joining me. I know that the audience learned a lot from your lived experience. And again, just thank you for being a partner. Thank you for all of the things you do for our joint customers and for joining us tonight. Please help me. Okay, it wouldn't be a Microsoft presentation if I didn't have at least one slide with a lot of words on it. I just wanted to highlight some of the other breakout sessions that we hope that you will join us over the next couple of days. And then just, again, a resource slide for you to make sure that you've got access to all of the benefits that we invest in, all of the training and skilling that we do, being able to differentiate yourselves through earning those designations and specializations, specifically the new ones that we just rolled out that we heard Steve talk about. We have so many new GTM resources. Again, the campaign in a box, but we're really excited about our new AI marketing platform that we're rolling out. And then, of course, partner incentives, which is a big part of our investment through the program. So again, a huge moment of gratitude for spending your time with us today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your Ignite. Thank you so much.